Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. And just increase it. I am not able to hear. Yeah. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Sahana vavatu sahano bhunaktu sahaviryam karavavahai tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam नारायणं पद्मभवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपादं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमतास्य शिष्यं श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमतास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यं तं तोडकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् येनेक्षते शृणोतिह व्याकरोति जिग्रदिव्याकरोति च साधु अस्वादु जानाति स्वादस्वादु विजानाति तत्प्रज्ञानमुदीरितं चतुर्मुखेन्द्रदेवेषु मनुष्याश्वगवादिषु चैतन्यमेकं ब्रह्मातः प्रज्ञानं ब्रह्ममय्यपि. In the first Mahavakya, coming from Rigveda, Aitariya Upanishad had this statement, and it is considered as Mahavakya, a great commitment, not commandment. The commitment to understand and live is by which yena ikshate is seen. What is seen? Whatever is there, idam ikshate, idam jagat ikshate. The world is seen. Yena, because of which. And jigrati, smells. Vyakaroti, speaks. Sadhu aswadu vijanadi, by which we learn or we know what is taste and what is not a taste. What is that? You cannot say it is the eyes or the senses by themselves, nor even by the mind. These are all means through which we know, but not the cause. The cause is awareness. If the person is not alive, there is no way that individual will ever experience the world. But if you think, where is the life present in our body, in a particular spot? This was a discussion in Chandogya Upanishad also. The teacher says, now tell me, where exactly is the life in this tree? Is it in the leaves? In the fruits? In the flower? In the branch? In the trunk? In the twig? In the root? But without the life, the tree cannot bring out any flower or fruit or leaves, nothing. So it is present but not visible. In the same way, this awareness which I am, which is what is being established here, because of which alone eyes are able to see, ears are able to listen. Na tatra chakshur gacchati, na vag gacchati, na manaha, na vidmaha, na vijanimaha. Etetadanu shishyat. The teacher in Kena Upanishad says, tatra, in that, to that life, to that presence, na chakshuhu gacchati. Eyes cannot go there. Na vak gacchati. Speech cannot explain it. Na manaha. Mind cannot think about it. Na vidmaha. And not even intellect can comprehend it. Na vijanimaha yate. How do we then talk about it to you? It is not the helpless situation of the student. I mean, the teacher. He said, we don't know how to teach you. Then student will say, then don't teach me. Because he says, I do not know how to communicate to you by words. Gurudev used to say, it is not something objectifiable. I cannot put it in a small test tube and show it to you. Here is where life is. But at the same time, it is not there also. Because we all continuously experience it as aham, I. Is it not? Nobody says, I am not. Are you there? No, I'm not. Can you say? Who is absent here? Please raise your hand. I may be absent-minded, but I'm not absent. Are you present? No, I'm absent. How can you say I'm absent? I may be absent from interacting in this world, like in sleep. In sleep, I am not available for the world to interact. But not that I am not available to myself. Because if I am absent, who will know my absence? If, as I said earlier also yesterday, when you come into this room and nobody is there, you can see nobody, but you cannot say, I am nobody. I am there to see the nobody. Right? So this aham, this I, this awareness, even though not known through the senses, even though not comprehensible by the buddhi or felt by the mind, but it is always present. That is prajnanam. Yenekshate shrunotiha jikra divya karoti cha swadu aswadu vijanati tat prajnanamudiritam. And because of this prajnanam, all jnanams are possible. It is that which makes knowledge possible. And it is interesting that because of the awareness also, we know ignorance. What we don't know also we know. We not only know what we know, we also know what we don't know. Is it not? What are things you don't know? Write down. It will be a longer list than what you know. Is it not? The longest list will be what I don't know. What I know is very limited. But another thing is what you do not know that you do not know. Think about that list. So awareness is present to know what you know, and it is also eliminating what you don't know. This I don't know. So this awareness, which is referred here as prajnanam. And where is it? Chaturmukhendra deveshu. Not is that only human beings are bestowed with that. Brahma, the creator of the universe. It is said that when the creation has not begun, Brahmaji was the first creation. This is called Swayambhu. Swayambhavati. So it is said from the Vaishnava tradition, it is said to be the Nabi Kamala of Bhagavan Vishnu is the birthplace of Vishnu. Sorry, birthplace of Brahma. I'm just checking whether you are listening or not. So Brahma, and there was nothing. So what was this question? If nothing is there, what will be the question? Who am I? Because there is nothing else to refer to. If there is another person or another thing, an object, then you ask about what is it? I do not know what this is. So that's why when the child is born, first thing, the child has no idea about what this whole thing is. The question that would be there in the mind of the child, who am I? No, at least it can see the things around and the horrible face of the father who's standing there, my child. Oh my God, who's this one? I've never seen him before. So objects are there, then you ask, what is this? Who is this? But nothing is there. What will be the question in the mind? Who am I? Not even question of doing anything, right? Because doing itself is not there. Koham. Who am I? Then he heard the voice of course, Bhagavan Vishnu himself, according to Vaishnava tradition, as I said, you are my creation, my own expression. You are me. So what? If I am you, what am I to do? Create. So it is said that in Bhagavatam it is said, Bhagavan Krishna says, before me there was nothing. After me there is nothing. And therefore everything is me. Before me there was nothing. After me there is nothing. So what is there is only me only. What else it can be? As he says in Gita also, Matta parataram na anyat kinchid asti. Other than me there is nothing else. So here we understand Chaturmukhendra Deveshu Manushya Ashva Gava Adishu, all living beings. Chaitanyam Ekam. That consciousness, awareness is only one. Ataha Brahma. That is therefore, that which pervades everything, that which is present in everything is Brahma, because the definition of the word, or the word is formed as Brihatvat Brahma iti uchyate. That which is the big. That's called Brahma. Brihatvat. And that's why the G also, GM also, big truck, Brahma. Other than that, nothing else can be bigger than that. Ataha Brahma, Brahmataha. So, Chaitanyam Ekam Brahma Ataha. Therefore, Prajnanam Brahma. Because what is there in all beings, which is there in me as the one which makes me able to see, hear, taste, smell, touch, talk, walk, think, and all that, that is same in everyone. So, Aham Brahma, and it's the same, that Brahman, which is none other than Prajnanam, is the same one in every being. So here, when we refer to that Prajnanam as individual, it is given the name called Atma. In English it's called Atman. So women are all Atman. Oh, At woman also. Atman. So Atma is a reference, not that it is different from Brahma. As the Upanishad would say, the space in the pot is called pot space. It is not space is become pot. Has space become the pot? Space has not become the pot. Space is referred as pot space, right? In the same way, that one is referred as Atman, not that it has become Atman. because it is individualistically felt as I am, which is not experienced as something outside. Just like the space outside is the space inside the pot also, but why do you refer to as pot space? Gata Akasha, because it has a reference point of pot structure. Maha Akasha, outside Akasha, does not have any reference, meaning there is no boundary there. In the same way, because it is within, felt as I, it is referred as Atma, Atman. But the same thing is only outside. So, Andar Bahitcha Tat Sarvam Vyapya Narayana Sthita. From the Narayana Suktam in Vishnu, Narayana Suktam, it says, inside and outside it is the same. Vyapakatvat Vishnu. Vishnu is because it's a pervasiveness. So here we saw in the Prajnanam Brahma, from the Aitariya Upanishad, from Rigveda Mahavakya. Now comes the next Mahavakya, which is from Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, which is Yajurveda, Shaka. So, Yajusakasu Madhye Brihadaranyaka Upanishad Gatasya Aham Brahmasmi iti Mahavakyasya Artha Vishkaranaya Aham Shabdarthasya Aha Arthamaha. Now, in this second Mahavakya, it is second not because of any, less importance, because something has to be first, something has to be second. Not that it is, anyway, it is second to the first one. Meaning it is not of less importance. So from the Yajurveda, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, the Mahavakya called Aham Brahma Asmi. Now you see, Tom Asiva, are you there? You don't need to say Aham Asmi. You just say Asmi. So if you, in English, if you ask, are you there? Yes. You don't need to make a statement like I am, yes, present, and all that. Especially the teenagers. Are you there? As I said yesterday also, where were you? You came late from work, from your, wherever you went. Cause, only one state, one word that's all. So here also, Aham and Asmi, not redundant, but at the same time, it is, by Aham it is complete. So Aham Brahma Asmi. Aham Brahma is sufficient. Or Brahma Asmi is sufficient. Because Asmi means I am. Brahma Asmi, I am Brahman. So in this, there again two verses are going to be there. And Aham is going to be explained, Brahma is going to be explained, but the point Asmi is crucial here. See, Upanishads do not unnecessarily use words. So why Aham Brahma is sufficient or Brahma Asmi is sufficient? Why there are three words here? How the Asmi is important, that is also going to be seen here. In transactional purpose, you don't need to say the three words. Or you don't need to use three, two is sufficient. But when it comes to Upanishad, being, redundancy is first thing to be avoided. In the Vedanta Shastra, redundancy is to be avoided. The unnecessary words should not be there. Yesterday also I said, no, when Mahatmas speak about it, they are straight to the point and with no ambiguity. So here also, Aham Brahma Asmi. Now, Aham is going to be explained now. Paripurna Paratmasmin Dehe Vidyadikarini Buddhe Sakshitaya Stitva Spuran Ahamidiryate Paripurna Paratmasmin Dehe Vidyadikarini Buddhe Sakshitaya Stitva Spuran Ahamidiryate. Now, earlier verse we saw, this self, Brahman, is there in all living beings. Now, somebody would ask, if it is there only in all living beings, what about the non-living beings? Is Brahman is there or not? If it is not there, then there is a creation without him. When Bhagavan says, other than me there is nothing, what about the material things, matter? Does it matter? No, it doesn't matter. It does matter. Where does that come from? So, non-living beings, non-living things, are they also Brahma Swarupa or not? Semitic religions do not account for presence of God in matter. Because if they accept the presence of God in matter, then it becomes Advaita. See, why religions hold the congregations in their captivity? Because religious institutions want people to become afraid of God. If there is no fear, there is no following. Isn't that true? Only when you are afraid of something, you listen to someone. Think of your teenagers going away to university. Free! You don't need to listen to anybody anymore. I can come anytime I want. I can go anytime I want. I can eat anything I want. So the fear usually is the means to hold people in place. And unfortunately, all religions use fear as the tool. You will go to hell. You will be punished for your sins. You will be tortured in the hell. What do? Listen to me. There is only way you can make people follow a certain discipline. And I was telling, like you have here, the road, it's a main road, let us say. And people, let us say this outside the door is a main road. So what do you want the Balvihar parents to do? Drop and go. Or go to the park and then bring the children. Drop and go, then they will stand there. Then all people are piled up. So it happened in our ashram also. I always keep a watch on that. So our entrance is right at the main street. So we always have volunteers saying that, no, don't stand here. Keep going, park, and then come walking to the ashram. Some people say, no, I don't want to come and park, and so I just drop and go. Many of the parents would do that. Because there is a time they can go to Costco and other places for shopping and all that. So, and I always tell the volunteers, no, keep them going. But one day, they don't do it, they stop. One day I saw everybody is following. Suddenly everybody is not stopping at all, they were moving. I said, what could be the reason? Then I saw on the opposite parking lot a police car. Police car was there. So everybody is following, without nobody needs to say anything. So I thought, this is nice. So then the Balviyar session got over after many hours. So I just walked to the opposite parking lot. The police car was still there. Nobody was there. The car will be sufficient. Uncle Sam is watching. Is it not? Even when you go on the road, some of you have got that, what does it say? Monitor, radar. Everybody goes down. Why? Fear. Fear of law. Fear of punishment. Similarly, the religious institutions use either the god as the punisher. That's why most of the gods have got weapons. You see that? Except Krishna, of course. Vishnu has got Gada, Shankha, Chakra also. Lord Shiva has got Trishul. Somebody said that Bhagavan Shiva has got Trishul, Rama has got a bow, Vishnu has got Chakra. Because they are standing next to their wives. Anyway. But Krishna doesn't have it. He's standing next to his girlfriend only, so no problem. So, weapon. So, fear makes the people follow. If fear is not there, then, so matter, if matter is also Bhagavan, then you have to follow Advaita. If matter is independent, this different, then it is Dvaita. Dvaita means what? There is something other than God is present. So what do they say in the Semitic religion? You are not God, or you have no presence of God in you also. You are a created being, subject to all punishment, subject to sin, subject to committing sin, subject to be punished. Therefore, you must be always afraid of Creator. I mean, in Hinduism, majority of the people follow religion because of the fear. Many houses you go, all gods are there. And you show arati to one, you will know what, okay, that also. That also. So I cannot leave out anybody, right? Every god has to be given same treatment. So Monday Shiva, Tuesday Ganesha, Wednesday maybe Vishnu or Krishna, Thursday Guru, Friday Mataji, Saturday Hanuman, Sunday Chutti. I don't. All are on Chutti. No need to do anything. But why afraid? Because matter is subject to causing trouble to us. The body is also matter only, made of matter. Yes, Annamayam Deham. The body is made of matter, and that is causing constant trouble to us also. We are afraid of death because what is dying is this matter which we are so attached to, and we consider it as so real. Dehatma buddhihi. Deha atma iti buddhihi. Now, so in Vedanta, in the first 5 chapters, we are looking at the 5th chapter, right? The first 4 chapters, the discussion is about the Sat nature of the Brahman. So when you say this chair is there, the chair is a matter made of plastic and wood or cotton, whatever it is. But in this matter also, the existence is Brahman. The existence of that chair is Brahman. Without the existence, there cannot be a matter. Matter exists. So even though it is abstract to think about it, but that Satsvarupa of Brahman is what makes matter exist. In fact, the existence of the matter is not outside you. Existence of the matter is connected to your existence. If you as a conscious being is not there, can the matter exist? Independent of an existence which knows its existence? Think. Can the matter be known without that which knows its own existence? If two chairs are there, do they know each other? Can they know each other? Why not? Because both of them are absent of its own awareness. Not that they don't exist, but they don't know their existence. Even if you say it is existing, to acknowledge the existence, there must be one who is aware of its existence. See, when you go to sleep and wake up next morning, you only say that I existed even though I was not aware of my existence in sleep, because I accounted the existence before I went to bed, and I account my existence after I wake up. Therefore, inferentially, you conclude that I existed even between the time where I was and I am, because even though I was not aware of its presence at that time. My body's presence, I was not aware at that time when I slept. So Sat, the existence, is present in the matter, but the awareness of its own existence is not manifest. The Chit Swarupa of the Atman, Brahman, is not manifest, not there, but not manifest. And therefore, matter is none other than Brahman only. Because the Satsvarupa of Paramatma is present in the matter. That discussion had taken place in the previous 4 chapters. Therefore, he comes to the next one now. So here, Paripurna Paramatma, Asmin Dehe, in this very body also, this Paripurna means complete, full, with leaving nothing behind. Paripurna, Parisamantat, complete. Paripurna, completely present. Para-Atma, Supreme Self. Asmin Dehe, in this body, Asmin Manushya Dehe, in this human body, Vidya Adhikarini. It becomes the one which qualifies the person to be able to know, have knowledge. Vidyaya Adhikarini. Vidyayaha Adhikarini. Adhikarini, Adhikarin. Adhikarin Shabda means the one becomes qualified. So, this physical body in which we live as a human, what makes us capable of knowing anything? One may say, buddhi, intellect. Senses are there to report to the mind, and mind by itself cannot process it. It only receives it. But what is that which makes us able to know and recognize, oh, this is this and this is not this? That is a buddhi. Nischayam karodi, nischayatmika buddhi. That which determines, decides, confirms, based upon its prior knowledge. So, buddhehe sakshidaya stitva. In the buddhi, it is remaining as the witness. In the buddhi, it is remaining as the illuminating presence. So, in the buddhi, in the form of vritti sakshi, buddhehe sakshi means vritti sakshi. Vritti sakshi, witness of thoughts. Vritti is thought. So, the witness of the thoughts. So, here it is that sakshitaya vikaritvena avabhasagataya stitva avasthaya. Now, when you start thinking of anything, any object, there are many thoughts that come about that object or a person. When you are looking at a person for the first time, you have no thought process. You may probably look at the person compared to, oh, this person looks like that person. Or did I meet him or her before? Does he speak the same language I speak? She looks like a Telugu, but I don't know whether it's a Telugu. Right? Bagunara? What? Oh, then it's not Telugu. So this buddhi is trying to understand who this person is. Kemcho? What? Oh, that's Gujarati name. Because commonly you start from majority. Huh? So you try to understand. And so every thought that is passing through my mind is known to me. I'm aware of every thought that passes. No thought passes through your mind without you noticing it. Right or not? You may act on it, you may not act on it. That's a different thing. That's based upon your maturity. You're sitting next to a person who did not take shower, let us say. It smells so bad. I should slap this person. Thought has come. Not now. No. So the thought dropped. So if you do not have the ability to discriminate this, you slap. But no thought goes unnoticed. So who is that or what is that which is the witness to the thought? Now the argument can be thought A witnesses thought B, let us say. Thought A, because I don't want to account for something else other than the thought. Because if you say there is something other than the thought exists, what is it? That is to be understood. If you say that other than the thought there is nothing else, the thought alone is I am, this is what the Western world or the world of psychology will tell you, that you are thoughts. But Vedanta says, no, I'm not a thought. You may thought so, but I'm not a thought. I am aware of the thought. I am awareness. If you say I am a thought, which thought I am? The one which was few seconds before, or the one which is going to come later, or this? If you say this, then I was not the previous thought. That means I'm gone. Huh? This is Buddhism. You see that Kshanika Buddha, Kshanika Vadin would say, you are a presence and absence of thoughts. Which means the thought A would not know the presence of thought B. And thought B does not know the presence of thought C. So which I am? But I am the one who knows A also, that went by, and B also, which is now, and C also, which is yet to come. Which means I am not another thought. And two thoughts cannot simultaneously exist also. If two thoughts is existing simultaneously, which one is you then? Think. I'm not a passing thought. I'm not the thought that disappears and appears. I'm aware of the appearance and disappearance of the thoughts. Therefore, I'm not a thought. Correct? So then who are you? Buddhehe sakshi. Vritti sakshi. I am the witness to the thought. And as a witness to the thought, I am making the buddhi capable of knowing. That's why vidyadikarini. Buddhehe sakshidaya stitva spuran, throbbing, present, vibrantly present, aham iti. Irite is known as aham. The one who is remaining as the witness of every thought that passes through mind, through which it makes me capable of knowledge, vidyadikarini, buddhehi sakshidaya, buddhau stitva, aham iti sada iryate, as present as yo. Then you don't understand, you become ayyo. So therefore, aham. What is this aham now? Aham sakshi. Buddhehe sakshi. Vidyadikarini. So in the aham brahmasmi, the word aham is explained. Okay? Now, next word. So it is interesting that aham atma, the self, and self is defined as what? Yachapnodi yadadatte yachati vishayaniha yachasya santato bhavaha tasmat atmeti banyate or katyate. Yacha apnoti, but that which takes, which apnoti, because of which you are able to gain anything, yet adatte, that which gives or takes away. Adatte here is taking. Anything that which is because of which we are able to take everything, because of we are able to obtain anything, that which is because of which we are able to echa atti, that which is able to devour or consume, vishayan, objects. So objects are owned, objects are grabbed, objects are consumed. Yacha asya santato bhavaha, which is always present. Tasmat atma iti katyate. Therefore it is called that which is referred as Atman. So, now the next verse is explaining Brahma. Aham Brahmasmi, 3 words. Aham is explained as Sakshi, Vidyadikarini, Buddhehe Sakshi, Aham iti iryate. Swata Purna Paratmatra Brahma Shabdena Varnitaha Asmi Chaikya Paramarsaha Tena Brahma Bhavamyaham Swata Purna Paratmatra Brahma Shabdena Varnitaha Asmi Chaikya Paramarsaha Tena Brahma Bhavamyaham. It is complete by itself. Swataha, Swarupataha, Swarupena, Purnaha. It is complete by itself, not because of anything else. What is Brahma? The Brahma Shabda is what is said to be complete in itself, all-encompassing, leaving out nothing. That's why Purnamataha, Purnamidam. When you say Ataha, Ataha means in the beginning also it is Purnam, Idam, even now it is Purnam. Brahma, Purnamataha Purnamidam, and therefore completeness and infinity cannot come out of finiteness. Cause, the quality of the cause must be found in the effect also. Effect cannot be greater than the cause. So, if the effect is idam is Purnam, what will be the cause? The effect, the idam is what is presently seen is infinite. The cause has to be infinite only. Therefore, Purnat Purnamudachyate. Born out of infinity alone, infiniteness. Infinity, very word means that which leaves nothing outside itself. Purna. So, very word pr in Sanskrit means to pour, to fill. Purna means that which is full, which cannot have anything other than itself. It is all-encompassing, all-inclusive. So, Purnamataha, Purnamidam, Purnateva, Purnamudachyate. Now, from infinity you take out anything, what will remain? First of all, you cannot take out anything, because where do you take it out to? I'm going to go out of space, outer space. You may go out of this building, you are still in space only. Right? Or you say that I'm going to go beyond this earth, outer space. Okay, even that is space only. When you are, now when I'm talking, especially Vedanta, you get spaced out. That is different. But you cannot go out of space. So, Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate. What will remain is only infinity. So, Swata Purnaha Paratma Atra. Atra means Atra Dehe. Here, Swata Purna Paratma Atra, that very full, the infinite alone is referred as Brahma Shabdena Varnitaha. That alone is referred or understood as Brahman. The Purnatvam is what is referred or understood as Brahman. The infinite Supreme Self manifests in this world. Here in this, that is previous verse. So the infinite presence of the Brahman alone is referred as, the infinite alone is referred as Brahman. Infinite by nature, Supreme Self, is described here by the word Brahman. Brahma Shabdena Varnitaha. Now in the previous verse what we saw? That Atma is a Sakshi. Vrittehe Sakshi. Buddhehe Sakshi. It is a witness of all that is going on in my intellect as thoughts. And understand, only through thought we experience anything. A sound that you hear is also converted as a thought, and then only you know it. A picture you see or an object you see, again converted as a thought, then only you understand it. So whatever you see, whatever you hear, whatever you smell, whatever you taste, whatever you touch, whatever you think, all of them are converted into thoughts. That is why when you withdraw the mind, the sense organs cannot do anything. Indriyani paranyahu indriyebhya param manaha. Manasastu para buddhihi. Buddheratma mahan paraha. The Upanishad also clears it. Than the sense organs, higher is the mind. Because without the mind, sense organs cannot function. You cannot see, hear, etc. without the presence of the mind. And the mind is a receiving entity. It is receiving the signals, but converts that into thoughts. And that thought modification that takes place is buddhi. So, manasastu para buddhihi. Greater than the mind is the buddhi. And again, the vrittis, the thoughts that are there in the intellect also, is illumined by the consciousness. Without the presence of the awareness, the thoughts that are there are not known. Let us say you walk into this room and it is completely dark. There are maybe people sitting and meditating, or the chairs are there, everything is there, but totally dark, all the lights are out. Do you see anything? Do you say that there is nothing also? Just because you don't say, see, does not mean it is not there. Then somebody opens the window somewhere, the door is open. Then a streak of light gets in. Because the light that is coming out of the window or the door, that light reflects on the people or the objects that are there. Then your eyes report what? Eyes are able to see what? There are objects here. Right? Correct or not? So what are you seeing when the door is opened? Just no, I told you. Just repeat that, no? Huh? What are you seeing? What are you seeing? The light reflected on the object. You are not seeing the objects. The objects were there before also. What are you seeing then? Eyes can report what? Light. So eyes are not seeing the objects. Eyes are only seeing the light reflected in the objects, reflected by the objects. In the same way, every thought is none other than their awareness. This is what is said in Upanishad also. Pradibodha viditam madam. Bodham bodham prati yad viditam. In every thought, there is manifestation of consciousness only. A thought is nothing but a consciousness divided as though into subject and object. This dichotomy of consciousness, or the bifurcation of the consciousness as subject-object, is what makes a thought. See, when I say, I see something, I'm seeing this. In this, I see the plate, or I see the, lid. I see the lid. In this, I see the lid. The lid is the object. Seeing is happening by the I. I, the person. I, being, me. So, I is the subject, and the lid is the object. And transaction between these two is seeing. So, I am seeing the lid is a statement you make. In this, object is the lid, subject is the I. If the I is absent, the question is who is seeing? If the lid is absent, I'm seeing. And then I'm seeing, you ask what? I'm seeing. But what are you seeing? Only when two Madarasis talk, you will understand that. When somebody would say, so I went there, oh, I see. What do you see? I see means I understand. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Then the I see you understand is, oh, I understand. But if you are saying suddenly, I'm seeing, the next fellow asks, what are you seeing? So between the subject I and an object is a thought. Just like the eyes are there, the object is there, but unless the light is present, you won't see it. The seeing takes place only when there are three things. One, the subject must be present, the object must be present, and the light should be there. In the same way, when I say I am thinking about an object, the object should be there as an object of my thought. Even when I say I get angry, angry about what? I'm angry. About what? Nothing. Then there's something seriously wrong with you. So, that object is a reflection of the subject itself returning to itself. Just like the eyes are reporting the light coming back from the object, so even when you take a camera and take a picture, it is actually capturing only the light, not the object. Similarly, awareness is that which is reflected by the object of the thought and coming back to itself. So what is there is only awareness. External object is only reflector. Think. So this Brahman being all-pervasive, that's why Svatapurna Paratma Atra, in this very dehe, Brahma Shabdena Varnitaha, Asmi idi Aikya Paramarshaha. It has been thought of, understood as Asmi. The Aham, which is present as the witness of all my thoughts, that which is present and me capable of knowing everything. And when you say capable of knowing everything, everything means what? Everything that is presented to me as the world outside, and everything is none other than the presence of Brahman. Because without his presence, that nothing can exist. That is why it is called Paripurna. So when you say, I the witness of all thoughts, who am I then? That Aham, which is a Sakshi of every thought, the Sakshi of every thought is none other than the Sakshi witness of the world, which is only a, what do you call that word? Agent of thinking. Agent of thinking. What do you mean by agent here? And the particular word is there for that. So if I'm talking, my talking takes place because of the means of speech. The speech is only a means to communicate. Similarly, the object which is present there is only a means to the light's reflection to take place. Awareness being present there, which is being reflected by the thought. So the thought dichotomizes subject and object, and consciousness dividing itself as the subject of the thought and the object of the thought. But as a whole, it is only one. As a whole, it is Brahman alone is dividing itself as the knower and the known. And between the knower and the known, there is knowing. So Gurudev would say, the knower is Brahman. The known is not outside Brahman. Knower is also Brahman only. Therefore, what is this Asmi? Asmi is the connector between the subject and object. Aham Brahma, I, the consciousness, the witness of all thoughts, is the presence who is present in everything as Brahman. So therefore, this Aham itself is that Brahman who is present in everything, and therefore there is a connection between I, the individual witness, and what is witnessed. And this connector is called Asmi. Otherwise, as I said in the beginning, you don't need that word Asmi. Aham Brahma. The Asmi the Vakya, that's why the next word, Asmi the Aikya. Aikya means the connector, the what which makes both of them as one and the same. Aikya Paramarsha. Tena, due to this understanding, Brahma Bhavami Aham. I am Brahman only. We'll see a little more of that in the next class before we proceed to the next important, that one is Tattvamasi. In fact, Aham Brahmasmi itself is Tattvamasi. When teacher says when teacher says Tattvamasi, the student should understand as what? He cannot say Tattvamasi. Tat is Brahma, Tvam is Aham, Asi become Asmi. When it is coming as instruction, Asi. When it comes as experience, Asmi. When he says Tvam, Aham. Tat, Brahma. So Tattvamasi, the teacher's Upadesha, but student's experience is Aham Brahmasmi. Again, there also the Asi word is a connector. Because Tat is understood as different from Tvam. And Asi word is the one which is joining it. Similarly, Aham and Brahma are two different things. No, Asmi is the word that is joining these two. So Asmi as experience, Asi as an instruction. So the connector is very important. So we'll see that part tomorrow. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkhabhat Bhavet. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.